What is up? Welcome back to the My Hero Academia chapter review. We're doing 310, titled The Teacher and the Student. Jose, what do you think of the chapter this week?
We got to see a little bit more of the Vestige plane world. We got to see finally who the second and the third guy are.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went back so quickly because that was such a big cliffhanger. Like, oh, who are these guys going to be? And then we see him talking to another Vestige as well. And then they go right back and they're like, oh, here's the second and third. Look at them.
Yeah. I mean, we get that super cool cover of Deku.
Oh,
I mean,
so cool. The
he
color,
looks so badass. Yes.
Cool.
And he's got like the red bracer gauntlet on his arm or something.
He looks cool as hell.
Yeah, he wears something just like this in the first movie.
I honestly think that it's like the new Deku is a baller, and I hope he keeps the mask on more often, which it looks like he is when we see him basically stop the hate crime that's happening.
Right? So, I mean, right away, we see, what is this? Like, kind of like a...
I think it's like a shark-looking
chick?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel bad for her. She's just trying to get to safety, and everyone thinks, everyone's on edge, so everyone's losing their damn minds about it.
Yeah, they basically talking about how, like, the present day has, like, gone backwards and is, like, reverted in time now to this, like, really awful period, and how no matter how many villains they keep defeating, none of them have any information because they literally were just released and were like, hey, have fun.
That is the smartest thing, though. Like, you just release everyone, like, hey, wreak havoc, don't kill me.
They already have
tell anybody about
inner circle, so they don't need anybody else. They're like, yeah, just go have fun.
Smart play on them.
Yeah, and it's purely what they said is just to create chaos, and it's working perfectly. It's got everybody on edge.
Yeah, but I really like the way this whole chapter kind of went about it. It was more of a slower one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he definitely came in, he rescued this girl, and was like, hey, we need to get you to safety, don't worry. And our boy comes back, All Might. He's literally Alfred now.
Dude, I'm so worried for him, Jose. I'm so worried. Every time I see him out on the front lines, I'm like, this is not good.
What if he dies in just such a lame way?
No, they wouldn't do him like that. They wouldn't do. I do like, though, that he is kind of like using his mega wealth that he has now, whereas like he's got the Batmobile driving around.
Yeah.
Like that is cool. But it's like, man, I get so worried from every time I see him. It's like, dude, come on.
And then All Might just always thinking of Deku. Here's some pork katsu. Oh, I love pork katsu. It's so dank.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they just reaffirm once again that they're like, we are going full speed. Like, we have to go full speed forward. Otherwise, we're going to get fucked.
Yeah, straight up. They're just like, hey, okay, you're going to have a little mental moment. They talk about the Vestiges. You get to find out not how they became the next wielders of One for All, but necessarily how they met him.
And this is the first time, by the way, that we ever find out the name of the first user, which is Yoichi. So first time ever, and you find out that they were apparently saved by the second and the third user, which is cool.
Yeah, I thought that was super cool. And I mean, he was kind of in a dark place, and he extended his hand out as one hero does, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
I am taking this as a sign, Jose, that their powers must be fucking broken. Specifically because I don't know if it was the second or the third, but the one that I really thought was kind of looking like Bakugo. He is like, we were from the darkest time. Like, and you think about it, you don't want to be one of the early like One for All users. You do not want to be the early one because
that's right. You don't have a lot.
Yeah, you don't have a lot. You're basically sacrificing your life to go on to a future generation. You don't want to be that low, and that's where they are, first, second, and third. And they're like, yeah, we were in the times when All for One was really rampant and, like, really fucking everything up. So, like, our generation was not great. And so that's why they're hesitant about not wanting to join, and it's true. That would suck.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, what can you do about that? Like, he's at his absolute strongest, and you don't have that much of an arsenal other than to know you're going to have to pass this on to someone else.
Yeah, and it seems like Deku is pretty much concluded at this point. Same thing with all the other previous wielders, that they need to go full power, all of them, to be able to even defeat Shigaraki with All for One's powers now.
But I'm glad the way that this is going, it's not stopping. It's even though it's still giving us a little pieces of lore, it's not doing it in a boring way where it's slowing it down. It's just more of a like, all right, let's just kind of keep going.
Yeah, it's very fast paced, and I'm really liking it. And I still have my worries about, like, I do like the breakneck speed of it, like where it's like, because I'm taking this to a video game, right? So in a video game, I'm thinking of specifically, like, let's say Assassin's Creed Black Flag. There's a time in the game where they are like, hey, and a lot of games do this. This is the final mission. There will be no going back after this. So make sure you do everything you want to do beforehand, and then do the final boss battle. But like, it takes me out of it, where it's like, it seems like some anime will do that, where it's like, hey, there's this really important task that needs to get done now, but if you want to go hang out in town and have fun, you could do that. Where it's like, for me, it's like, no, I gotta save the world. Like, I gotta go straight to the fucking end. Like, I don't want to be doing the side missions. So I am worried that the kind of like the school people are gonna kind of come back and slow down the arc. But
I think that's inevitable. That's definitely something that's going to happen, because I mean, part of the reason why people like My Hero is just like the variety of kids and everything.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to go at that point. I just hope that if it does, it's more of them doing hero work at this point, not necessarily what they're doing at school anymore.
Yeah, I hope so as well, because it's kind of like a dark moment. And I mean, even one of the, I think his name's Banjo, one of the previous users, he was saying like, wow, this is like back when I was still going around and there was really
the guy with the
up.
goggles,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. He was like, this isn't great. So it's like, I imagine most of the kids at this point are at least doing part-time full like hero work, because it ain't good.
Do you think it's gonna be where they're hunting down Deku, so they attack UA, and there's gonna be like a war at UA?
Ooh, that would be brutal. If we could see UA getting all fucked up, that'd be brutal.
Right. And it's like, but the kids know the all the battlegrounds and all everything.
Because the home base of UA, like the actual school, has been pretty like untouched.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
That would be cool, Jose. That'd be really cool. Now, I do have a question for you, Jose. So we have talked about it before, and neither of us are really familiar with the theory, but there's a theory that the I think it's the second user, the guy with the scar. He is Bakugo from the as a time traveler. Do you think he looks at all like Bakugo now that we've seen his face? Because I was looking, and because I'm aware of this theory, I'm not familiar with it.
One of the things that I was like, oh, I can see how people think he's Bakugo. If you look at his arms, he's got arm gauntlets.
Ooh,
in very similar fashions of like what I think a futuristic grenade would look like.
Ooh, okay. So are you saying there is credibility to this, Jose?
I mean, I'm not saying yes, but the hair and the arm gauntlets kind of is more of a like, hey, nudge, nudge.
But counterpoint, Jose, Muscular looks a lot like Bakugo as well with the hair.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. So
I don't think the hair is the seller, but I mean the gauntlets though, the gauntlets and the hair make a case. When I was looking at him with the scar, I was like, I don't really see it. I don't see the connection.
Yeah, I don't see it because Bakugo's eyes are a lot more triangular too.
Okay,
and he's got a bit more of a rounded edge.
Okay,
I think.
Artist perspective. So are you saying, what are the odds of this theory being true, Jose? What do you think?
I'm gonna say it's mainly like 20-80. I'm gonna give it a bit of a 20.
That's kind of a good percentage, Jose. 20% possibility. That's pretty good.
Because I don't know if they decide to use time traveling. That's getting all nutty in this.
Yeah, that would really get real nutty. And I mean, imagine if that's his power, by the way, which OP as fuck.
He would have fucking Bakugo's powers. That'd be nuts.
Yep. He gets Bakugo's powers, and then if he also has the additional power to somehow time travel, that seems pretty fucking broken.
What if that's the third user's power to kind of time travel?
They are friends.
And he's like, look, I'm going to need to send you back. And he's like, what? Yep. And it just, boom.
Possible. It's possible. Who knows? So, I mean, I feel like there's not much to theorize on this chapter because it's pretty much like, okay, all of the previous users are on board now. Like, that's the big kind of thing we see at the end. They're all on board. They're ready to help out Deku. They believe in him. And then they're pretty much saying, we're going to go fucking 100%. Let's go.
I love that panel, too, where they're all right behind him.
Fantastic. Really, really good. So there is no My Hero Academia next week because I think all of Weekly Shonen Jump is on break. So just there's going to be nothing.
It's not a golden week, is it? No.
I don't think so. But, just Sad Boys Week is what it is. So no chapters. But overall, I think it's a very good chapter. Continues to just be absolutely fire. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. This has been My Hero Academia Chapter 310. Once again, it is titled The Teacher and the Student. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about it. If anybody wants to explain the Bakugo time travel theory and why, I would love to hear about it in the comments down below, so let us know. And until then, we will see you guys actually in 2 weeks because, as I mentioned, there's going to be no chapter. So until then, have a good one, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.